So in this video, we're going to do a client interview with a soccer coach out in American Fork, Utah. He started his ads about 4 weeks ago, and today we're going to have him share some of the results. So make sure you stick until the end of the video because as always, I'll have Dylan here share a screen, show you the exact ad we ran for him, all his Facebook stats, how much he spent on the ads, and all the behind the scenes so you can see how the process would work for you. So Dylan, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and break down exactly how many new clients you've been able to sign in the first 4 weeks of running your ad.
Perfect. Yeah, thanks, Mo. My name's Coach Dillon. I have been coaching for about 2 years. My coaching's kind of been a little bit different these past 2 years. I've done like high school coaching, and then I decided like, hey, I want to make this my career path. And started like from that same team that I was coaching from my high school. I kind of built my clientele work of like 5 or 6 players, those who were interested and kind of building out their play and getting better that way. Since starting that small business and then till now, I've grown my clientele to 23 clients from then until now, and starting with this program that I've started with you, Mo.
Yeah, 100%, man. I guess before you joined the program, I guess how many clients were you at specifically? And then how many are you at now? Because I think you said 23, is that right?
Yes, yeah. So I fluctuated from started with those five, went to about 15 during the summer, and then I was about eight clients consistently. And then since starting about a month ago, have been able to grow to now 23 new clients.
Nice, man. That's so beautiful. And I guess like before you joined the program, how much were you making on like on a monthly basis if you had to like guesstimate?
Oh, it wasn't much. It was like $1,000. It like was not anything.
Gotcha. And how much are you making now that you have the 23 new clients added on?
I'm now making like $6,000.
Dude,
So
phenomenal. I mean, 4 weeks,
yeah,
4 weeks, which is beautiful and really cool to see because I remember on that first call, you basically put like everything on the line and you were like, I'm here to learn and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen. And like you didn't just say it because most people just say that they want to learn and they never actually do the work. You came in guns
yeah.
blazing and you did the work and you're in a position where you signed 23 new clients. And I guess like how do you feel knowing that the business is making 6K a month?
It feels so good. Like being able to have that security now, knowing that I've got a system in place, and um like I don't have to worry about, living paycheck to paycheck anymore. Like it's super nice, and you know, it works. Like I'm so grateful.
Right. Before joining the program and before, running the ads and using our system, can you describe like I guess like where were you with the business itself? Like how were you getting clients? Like what were some of the struggles you were facing?
It was all mouth to mouth, like word of mouth type of thing, just um like people were trying to get, their teammates on, and then, parents were trying to share the message, and I was just trying to like push that. And there's a a bubble in that, and I couldn't reach, my potential because I was such in this bubble of going word of mouth, and that was it.
I guess when you had like you when you got the first 8 clients and I guess like breaking past that ceiling, like what were some of the things that you tried to do in terms of like getting past that, initial hump?
I was just encouraging my players, like, go invite your teammates, like bring them on to the next session. And they'd be like, yeah, like I'll try. And then they wouldn't do it. And so it wasn't super reliable in that
Hmm.
sense. And I was getting really frustrated because only had like, like I said, I was only fluctuating between like 8 and 15 clients and making $1,000 a month. Like it wasn't fun. It was
Yeah,
like a constant struggle for 6 months straight.
100%, bro. I guess like to shift gears for a second, I know you probably saw like one of our ads about, getting more clients, but I guess like what really made you want to join the coaching program in the first place, having, maybe seeing what we have to offer?
Yes, like knowing that struggle, I wanted to grow. And then I saw your ad, Mo, and then I clicked on it, and I just sent you a message, started that conversation with you. And since then, I've just been super hungry to grow and earn more money and be able to do what I love, but at its max potential. And like this has been such a blessing in my life. So like since then, it's taken off.
Yeah. Dude, it's really cool to see it. And I remember on that first call, you had that hunger, you had the desire. And I'm like, dude, as long as you follow the game plan, there's no way you're gonna fail because of just who you were. Because like you were just like, I just need to figure out a way to get more clients because everything else, like you were a good coach, you knew how to keep clients coming back. And I guess how important do you think it was for you to, be a good coach and be able to like keep those clients coming through.
Really important. Like that credibility is super important, especially if you want to keep that trust within that relationship from player to coach and from coach to parent. Um, like that's super, super important to keep.
Yep, 100%. And I guess like for you specifically, before you joined the program, like you saw one of our ads and you were like, "Hey, these guys seem pretty cool." I guess what really ultimately made you want to trust us to like work with us? Like what was like some of the things you saw, maybe some of the things you've, really pulled the
Yeah.
trigger for you?
Well, for me, you did your own work of like building your platform, Mo, and your business. And I did some research. I honestly did. Like I looked into your page, and I had no idea who you guys were. Um, I had no idea where you guys were based either. Like, so I kind of just shot my shot and trusted that it would be an opportunity,
Hmm.
and I wasn't afraid to like turn it away because I'm like I still don't trust these guys. But then once I hopped on a call with Yumo and started conversing with you a little bit, then I built that trust. And it was funny because you even had to do some follow up with me because I kind of ghosted you for a while. I remember this conversation, and it took like a couple weeks for you to kind of loop back in, and then me actually hop on a phone call. So
100%, bro. I mean, we practice what we preach, as in like we'll tell you to follow up with your leads, but we'll also make sure to follow up with you guys as well because it's very important that we don't just say to do something, we actually go firsthand and be the first ones to do it, and then from there show you the path laid behind you. I guess for you, what was the final pulling trigger that made you like, okay, these guys know what they're doing, these guys have a proof they've done it, and I guess like what was that turning point for you?
it's a good question.
Because like most people come to these calls are like, what are ads? I'm not sure how to run these ads. I'm not sure what to do with them. Like, what was that really final thread, I guess,
Um, are you talking more about like trusting the process or trusting you guys?
trusting us?
Well, you guys literally are professionals in what you do. And that's what I saw on your page. Um, what was most impressive is that you actually played professional soccer in Europe. And I believe strongly, Mo, that um, I should follow people and trust people who have done what I want to accomplish already. And so you've already built a business, you've already played professional soccer, you've already coached for years and years and years. And now your systems are working. And that was kind of the final touch of like, okay, this guy's a pro. I am able to trust him. And you came off super confident. Um, and that was like really the final thing, like, and your follow-up too, like it was all kind of meshed together. And so
Awesome, man.
at the end I pulled the trigger, and yeah.
Yeah, now you're here. Now you're crushing the business. Really cool to
Yep.
hear that. I guess like, can you describe the experience? Was it like for you within the first, couple of days of joining the actual program, or kind of like
It
walk
was
us through?
tough. It was tough. Like we ran into a lot of roadblocks, like me and you, especially me, like when my payments weren't going through, my ads weren't running. Um, like I had no idea how to like work ads manager, and like it just looked like a lot of information, but then your training really does help. Just kind of following the process, watching the videos, staying accountable and things like that. But at the end, it worked out. And, 4 weeks later, yeah.
100%. And as you're going through those little, hiccups, I guess like, how did you feel in terms of the support that you got from our side?
Oh, it was awesome. Like, I never felt like really judged by, when it wasn't working. You always followed up. Um, I just felt like I was in safe hands, at the end of the day, that you were always checking my side. You were always like staying account, making me feel like I was accountable. And if it weren't for that, like I'll just, toss you a compliment here, but like if it weren't for that, there was probably some days that I would have, even procrastinated even more, and it would have taken even longer, maybe 5 or 6 or 7 weeks
Yeah,
to then get to where I'm at now. So
100%, man. I guess for you, what was like the thing that you didn't expect that ended up like really blowing your mind in terms of like the service or I guess the quality of the work or like the training program that you watched or like the done for you ads? I guess what was What were some of those things that you really enjoyed?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't really thought about that. I always just kind of like trusted that it would work and, but I really enjoyed tracking my ads,
Hmm.
like learning how to almost like bookkeep my business through tracking my ads. Like that's really fun for me because then I get to see that progress on paper and see how much I'm earning, how many clients I'm getting. And for me, I'm like a very visual learner. And so to
Yep.
see that like just grow and grow and grow was like super fun for me. And it
Yep.
still is, right? Seeing those numbers
100%.
just go up.
Yeah, and it's really cool to see you tracking your numbers all the time, and you can see for yourself, like, okay, I'm spending X amount on ads, I'm getting X amount of clients back, I'm making X amount of money per month, and it's reoccurring every single week after week, basically. I guess for you, can you zoom into like the program itself? For some of us, some people think like we have like these crazy modules, really complicated. I guess, did you like the fact that the program is like less than 60 minutes for the most part?
I loved it. Yeah, it was super easy to move from step to step to step. It was all in one page, broken down really nicely. And super easy to follow. I think that was the biggest thing is like just how short it was, but also how easy it was to follow. Like I would watch a video, go and apply it, then go to the next thing. Watch a video, go and apply it, and then, follow the process. It was really nice.
100%. I guess like, can you zoom into like the ad creation process? Because I'm sure there's a lot of sports which is like, I have no clue how to script ads. I don't know how to run the ads. I don't know how to create the ads. I guess what was that process like for you? And like, what was that behind the scenes look like?
Oh, so simple. Like I just took like it's like 10 videos and then a voiceover and like you guys probably took like a couple minutes to make the edit. Like and you making sure that it's quality, yes, but in like it doesn't take that much time, really.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Like as long as you have a winning script that we've already battle tested thousands of times and it works and you have the right clips and you give us the clips, we'll put it together for you. And within like less than 24 hours, your ad is basically up and running. I
Yeah.
guess there's a lot of people out there, who face resistance when it comes to running ads because they don't know how to do it, or B, they just scared to pull the trigger because they're like, what if I spend money and it doesn't work? I guess did you have those feelings before you started running those ads?
Yes. Yeah, I was kind of overwhelmed. And that was a scary thing. And I was just like, this is going to be too complicated for me to figure out. Um, but it wasn't. Like it's so simple. Like the process is simple. Just follow it and like you'll do good.
100%. For the viewers, can you describe like how it felt like getting your first like few leads on the first couple of days? I think for you it happened like the same day, if not like the same hour or something.
It was literally like I saw the payment go through on my phone, like I got a notification, and like 4 minutes later, I got somebody who said coach. I was like, no way, like this is crazy. Like the amount of excitement I felt in that moment was like crazy. And I saw the vision for the future. Literally, I was like, I'm envisioning like 500 clients, like obviously I'm thinking huge because it worked so quickly. Um, it was awesome.
100%, man. I mean, really cool to see it because like the biggest light bulb moment hits when people run their ads and they see their first two or three leads. They're like, if I can get this every single day, I'll be packed in basically a month or so. And for you, basically already at a month and you're at 23 new clients added on, which is beautiful. I guess
Mhm.
for the sports coaches watching this who are stuck using like the old school way of doing things like the referrals, word of mouth, the flyers, I guess why do you think it's important for them to like get onto social media and start running their ads?
This is the platform everyone's on right now. Like, um, it's kind of scary how people are so addicted to their phones, but like everyone's on Instagram, everyone's on Facebook. This is how people do marketing nowadays, and like the old school way just doesn't work anymore because I tried it, and it didn't work. I was stuck at 8 clients, and it wasn't progressing at all. So, using this method of like online, um, like running ads online and marketing that way, it builds a lot of trust too because part of the process was posting consistently and showing people that I can make a difference in their kids' lives or in their lives if it's for them,
Yeah.
but showing that I'm credible not only like with my mouth but also showing them with videos and like testimonials is a huge thing too. Like that builds credibility with clients and future players.
All right, so that's basically from December 8th all the way to January 8th, so exactly 30 days. And then you
Hmm.
got 62 messages, so basically 62 leads came in. It reached a total of, what is that? 14,200 people. Cost per lead was about $6. So basically, for Dylan spent $6 on his ads, he got back one new lead. And in total, sounds like he spent $376, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I guess having seen that such a huge number, do you like do you ever thought like you would be spending that much money and like how comfortable would you feel with that, I guess?
Oh, I would spend twice as much. I feel comfortable spending twice as much because like since I'm earning $6,000, like this isn't anything for a month. This isn't anything compared to what I'm earning now. And it's just a fraction. Like, I remember I earned my first like $70 an hour uh
Client.
like client, and they paid me, and I was like, this will just go into next week. Like this is a whole week's worth of ads.
Dude,
And I was just
100%.
so impressed. Like this is amazing. This is the way to, get clients nowadays.
There are coaches out there who are like, I can't imagine spending $400 a month on ads. Like, I would never do that. Did you have those feelings before you run the ad? Like, were you one of those guys who are like, I can't be bothered to spend 400 and maybe get a client or two?
So starting out, it was really hard. I didn't have that money at first, but now I'm like $6,000 later. This is nothing. It's good.
And it's $6,000 added to the monthly income. So like wait till next month comes around and then 1 month after that. Okay, I guess like having been on the other side, what would you tell someone who is on the fence? They've seen a bunch of case studies, maybe they watched us on YouTube or Instagram or they seen an ad from us. Like what would you tell them having been on the other side?
I would say just go for it. Like, if you're kind of deciding on the fence, like I kind of was. I'm a little skeptical that way as well, of like, okay, this guy I just met on Instagram, like I've never really met him. I don't trust him as much, but I would say just go for it because um when you're so indecisive, right, there's no movement, and then you're losing out on an opportunity because then you're losing, you're not spending your time wisely. So I would just say like action is the best way to progression, and you know, learning what you need to do next.
Absolutely. So well said. So well said. I guess like now that your ads are cranking out, what's next step for you? Like what's the long-term vision look like?
For me, I want to keep running this ad. Like I've been really impressed with this program. And so I hope to work in the next stage of kind of your progression program here, Mo, and earn enough money where I can keep paying for this, because I see a lot of value in mentorship and coaching and things like that. But in the sense of like growing my business, I want to keep doing this for, the next few years until I tap out, and then I have to, you know, get a couple guys under me, or my
Yep.
my future goal is to start a future soccer club,
Hmm.
here in American Fork, and uh like this is something that will help kind of fund that. But I know that this is a great way to do that and earn a lot of money for the future.
Yep.
So that's kind of my next step, is keep going with this, trust the process, and keep this mentorship alive. Like I've honestly, from you know whenever we started, Mo, like till now, like I've honestly gained a relationship with you that's really special, and I trust you now, and um you know I really trust that your process will work in my life and in my business. So that's kind of
Dude,
what I see in the future.
so well said. And once again, congrats on all the success. You didn't just say you were going to do the work, unlike what most people do. You actually came in guns blazing, you did the work, and you didn't kind of like, give up when things got hard. Because like there was a couple of times where like your ad account was completely, frozen. There was issues with like the Instagram account, and we had to create a whole new account. And like these are all the little things that no one can see behind the scenes. And they think it's like a walk in the park, but like there is the other side. Like the grass is never greener on the other side. You have to also put in the work and be able to come in guns blazing. So if you're watching this video, like you see Dylan's success story and happened really quick, the reason it happened really quick was because he took a lot of action days leading up to running the ad. Like it was not just like one step every day. It was like hundreds of mini steps every single day that got to the goal quicker than what most people can accomplish, waiting for years. Because like, how long did it take you to get those first 8 clients, would you say? Like before you joined the program, like before you ever met us?
Like 3 months.
3 months.
Like, yeah, it was really,
Yeah.
really tough.
Yeah. You basically signed 2 or 3 clients a month at that point. And now, like 4 weeks like later, from running the ad itself, you're at 23 new clients added on.
Yep.
That same trajectory would probably take you like a whole year and a half to be able to accomplish the same result, but you were just like using a different method at the end of the day, essentially.
Yeah, a much more effective one too.
Yeah. So I'm just saying this, we're not making any income claims. We don't know who you are. We don't know like your level of work ethic. But if you're like Dylan and you're hungry to go ahead and get what you want out of life, not just like monetary, but also like building something really cool beyond the money, which is like aligning your passion with your ultimately your, financial freedom, this is the place for you. Like just genuinely. And I guess Dylan, for you, is there any, final thoughts that you want to leave the viewers with in terms of like anything that you would pass on based on everything you've been able to accomplish and kind of like see for yourself how the process actually works.
Part of the process for me was also finding a mentor, like someone who knew what they were doing, and then finding that right person for you. Um, I would just say like this is a great program. I'm not just like trying to, set you up, Mo, but like this is a great program where people can come in and, really make a difference in their lives and, grow their dreams. Because for me, it's my dream to like I love teaching soccer and I love coaching. And so this has been probably one of the best business and life decisions I've made. And that's like a really big claim, but it really has because, like I said, I was only making $1,000 a month before, and I never thought that I could really build something. Um, so really just like try to find the right people that will bring you up. And um, for me, it was this program and working with you. So appreciate it.
So well said. So well said. I'm going to leave it at that. If you're a sports coach and you're in a position where you're stuck using the old school way of doing things and you're wondering how we can potentially help you grow your private training business, click that first link in the description below to book a call with our team to see how we can help you do the same. And Dylan, once again, you're a fucking beast. Can't wait to see where you go from the 6K to your first 10K to your first 15K and so on and so forth. And eventually, somewhere down the line, we're able to fly out, meet up, and get a nice dinner together. So once again, bro, really excited for you and whatever's, waiting for you on the other side of like this coming year, next year, and the year after that. And I just want to appreciate you for having the balls to, go all in. And it's really cool to see it.